And like, I think too, it's like heart. Like I've seen it so many times in fighters. Like fighters are the best example for me because like most of them are skinny. They're just super skinny people. You know what I mean? And like, especially if you see them face to face, like it's like, oh man, you're pretty skinny to be a fighter. Like you'd be surprised what that person could do. Like it has nothing to do with the looks. It's the heart. Like this person doesn't give up. And so, the looks doesn't reflect that. Like you can't see the heart.
True. And maximum power and speed doesn't evolve in muscles. So the strongest person doesn't look like a bodybuilder, and a bodybuilder isn't the strongest person. It's because you say this always: you need go muscle, not show muscle.
Mm-hmm.
The way you train your muscle is also the way you're going to look. So if you do a lot of explosive stuff, you have Chinese women that are 55 kilo and they clean and jerk 110 kilos. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
They want to stay light, but they are so explosive and so strong. And that's with fighters as well, especially in that weight class. You don't want to get all big and buffy, and it doesn't make any sense. It was the same with the Antia Joshua. His coach said, you're looking like a CrossFitter, like slow it down with the weights and start focus on the boxing again. And then he lost a bunch of weight before his competition again.
It's true. I mean, you and I know, first of all, muscle requires a lot more oxygen. So it's super hard to do these like high endurance competitions when you got a bunch of muscle on your body. But how cool is this example, man, when you think about it? Like, okay, you got bodybuilders. And like you just look at them, it looks like they could just run through walls. These dudes are just massive, right? None of them compete in strength sports. None of them. I shouldn't say none of them, but like you don't see a Ronnie Coleman competing in a powerlifting competition. And that was a horrible example though, because he did compete in a lot of competitions. But yeah, it was a horrible example. He was like a decorated powerlifter, but like you don't see that often. He's kind of the exception of the rule. Like most of them just do isolations and just build muscle. Like this is a whole different world. And most people think that like we could take Ronnie Coleman and then put him up next to Eddie Hall and be like, who's gonna win? Like Ronnie Coleman in his like prime, dude was just monstrous. We would pick Ronnie Coleman 10 times out of 10 to win that strength competition. And Eddie Hall is going to demolish him. And
yeah, man.
And that's the thing is like we get like caught in these rose-colored glasses. We think that fitness and even the internet like looks like make up the person, but they don't at all. In fact, like most of the time it's like the opposite. Like it's this super deceiving, is it not? Just everything is in life.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, what's that?
And once you...
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
Once you get more interested in the sport, you will know the difference. Just by the way someone is built, I can see what sport that person does. I couldn't in the day, but now because I'm doing CrossFit and interested in powerlifting and weightlifting and gymnastics, you can pick any body type and just say you do that sport probably. Same with fighters.
100%, man. Yeah, absolutely. I have that ability too. And like, body types and all that, like you could pick apart all this stuff when you get into it and get to know it.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing you said about the fighters, you have some heavyweight fighters in the heavyweight class though, and you can see that in the rounds. They get drowned fast because they don't have the energy to complete 4 or 5. I don't know how many rounds, but like you said, muscle needs more oxygen. But the person that does that real well is actually a Dutch kickboxer, Rico Verhoeven. I don't know if you know him.
Oh yeah.
He's humongous. He's fucking big, bro.
I know he's
but
tall.
He gets better.
How much does he weigh? I know he's super tall.
I can just look it up. Give me a sec. No, but he gets better during the fight. You're like, how is this even possible? With your weight, with your height? Let me check. He is 196 in centimeters. That's like 6'2", 3, maybe 6'3", and he is 118 kilos, which is something like 275 in pounds.
It's a massive man. It's a massive man.
But his cardio is intense.
You know what makes me think, dude? I wonder if he does breathing techniques. I'm not even kidding you.
Good question.
Yeah, because like
I know.
Well, in fighting, dude, like, and you know this, I've told you that, like,